What's up, Dice Crew? Now look, we got WACK100 speaking on Nipsey Hussle, and it's kind of a good conversation, but it's also entertaining because the interviewer is definitely like calling Wack out, and it's just like a funny debate, but it's a serious debate, but it's kind of funny. But I want to tune in on there because I was watching a little bit of it, so I stopped it, and I wanted to tune in and react to it with the Dice Crew. So I'm gonna keep it a Benji for y'all doing the reaction. Y'all keep it a Benji for me in the comments. Let's rock.
They might get mad because the guy I'm saying may not get the people's vote. But I mean, I'm just gonna call a spade a spade.
I guess you're depends your opinion, I guess.
That's not an opinion, that's fact.
Well,
if I go to a channel and say 6 million,
is an opinion.
No, that's a fact.
That's not a fact, bro.
A musical legend?
I think he's a musical legend.
How old are you?
46.
46. See, now I gotta call you bullshit. Because we about to say, man, you a 78, baby?
77.
Oh, so you be 47 this year.
Yeah.
I'm a 77, baby. You know why I said what I said?
Because you said he didn't have the albums to back it up.
He had one that did 50,000 copies. We talking music. I'm not talking who he was in his neighborhood, none of that. So my question to you is, if I look up Dre, I look up Eminem, The Game, Jay-Z, I look these people up, right? Lil Wayne. And we look at their body of work. 10, 15, 18 albums, LL Cool J. We look at the tours, right? 20 different tours, 30 different tours, both foreign and domestic. We're talking music. Okay, I'm gonna ask you, what have we been calling those people of that magnitude? What's the word we call them?
They're legends.
Okay, so.
Me personally, I would just say that we pretty much really call those type of people like superstars, you know what I mean? Like I would say that Nipsey was definitely a music legend because he was a rapper. He might have had other business things going on surrounding who he was as a rap artist, but he definitely, his main image and his whole front image was being a rapper. So at the end of the day, it's like I feel like the things that he accomplished and the things that he was the first to do and stuff like that with the mixtapes and $100 and his whole thrive and his grind and all that with the hustle, just mentally the knowledge that he was teaching people, all that is what factors into why people feel like Nipsey was a legend in music, right? Because music was like the main door that he was taking to be able to reach everybody that was a fan of him or whatever. And that's what make him a music legend. I don't think that he was a superstar. I wouldn't say that he's a superstar. I wouldn't say that when we get to comparing him to certain other people, then we'd just say, oh yeah, Nipsey got he in the same ballpark. No, I wouldn't say that. But I think, it's kind of crazy because it's like, I think everybody kind of got a different opinion on what legend even means, Like, I don't think legend necessarily got to do with accolades like that. I feel like it's all about your impact and, how people drive towards you, like if people take to you and people rock with you and people feel very inspired by you, then I feel like, shoot, you a music legend or a legend in whatever you may be in, That's just like Nipsey. I feel like it was a lot of people who probably mimic Nipsey more than they probably ever mimicked certain superstars. So, some people got that. Like, I just look at it like that, but I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. Let's continue. Y'all let me know in the comments, though. Y'all feel like Nipsey was a music legend? And also explain to me what y'all feel like the definition of a music legend should be.
We call them that based upon their overall accolades, right? We see it. One album, 50,000 units, no tours. We talking music, bro. We're not talking nothing else. I can't talk nothing else. I'm not from his neighborhood. I don't sell T-shirts, right? So I can't say what he was and wasn't doing at that time before his demise, right? So music-wise, if we're gonna call Nipsey a legend, do we not have to create something else that would be called these people we just named?
So my side of it is I feel like Nipsey kind of came up in an era where mixtapes was the thing. So he might not have albums, but he has.
Does Nipsey got more mixtapes than Game?
Let me finish.
Does Nipsey have more mixtapes than Game and Lil Wayne?
Nipsey has classic mixtapes.
Does Nipsey
Classic
have more?
mixtapes.
But you can't put a number to them. Game and Lil Wayne was the mixtapes. Game was dropping them like prostitutes was dropping babies.
And they all had a record label behind them. Nipsey was independent.
Who told you that? Now, Cam, don't edit my shit.
I'm not
I'm gonna let
editing
you
it.
slow down. Or you do know who you talking to, right?
He was independent.
You do know we're responsible for his first deal.
First deal. After that, everything
He
was
had
independent.
2 deals.
He was independent when he was dropping those mixtapes. Then why didn't he drop an album?
Bro.
He was hot as hell. He was the hottest thing on the West Coast.
So what was the labels he was signed to?
I don't know. Whatever.
How many
Hustle
labels
in the
was he
House.
signed to?
I don't know. But I know he wasn't signed when he was dropping those mixtapes.
What label did the Marathon come out under?
Nipsey Hussle was independent.
Atlantic.
Independent artist. He was still independent. He was doing it all himself.
What?
He was on tour. Tell me he went on all types of world
Are
tours.
you telling me right now that Nipsey wasn't signed to Atlantic Records when they dropped goddamn Marathon? Is that what you telling me?
I don't know about that.
So you talking to WACK about, now you do know.
When he was doing his mixtapes.
Hey bro, anybody do a mixtape, the label don't give a about that. You can't sell it. You can't clear it. You can't do nothing. That's for promo. Do what you do. You're not gonna tell me budget-wise and distribution-wise and marketing-wise, Nipsey Hussle was independent. This is why I know you wasn't real Nipsey fans. A lot of you niggas like these DJs. And if you want to, won't you go to music, pull up the Marathon, scroll on down.
Now, you know what? I'm going to say this, right? Like, I know at times I kind of look at it like, dang, why WACK always trying to attach itself to the whole Nipsey Hussle legend situation, right? But in the last couple years, Nipsey Hussle have been one of the hottest topics. So even right now, at this moment, due to the Black Sam interview, he's more like he's sizzling even more right now, right? So WACK is being creative on pretty much trying to create content based upon a hot topic, so his interview can do well. You know, that's how I look at it on that type of stance. So I'm not saying that, you know, I have to agree or disagree or whatever the case may be to be just, you know, bringing up another person, just talking about what they ain't and stuff like that. But I do understand it on like the content type of thing.
See what it tell you. Want me to do it for you? I'm gonna do it for you. Right, we gonna show it on the camera. A lot of you motherfuckers like you DJs, and I feel like Nipsey had about 3-4 singles should have went. This a fact. The DJs wasn't with him. But soon as he passed, guess what? He was alive another year after he dropped the album, correct?
Probably. That sounds about right.
Album dropped 2018, his demise 2019.
Okay.
Right? Out another 13 months or so. No platinum, no gold. A year after his demise, the album finally goes gold, which means you got more propaganda, smoke and mirrors, right, than was real. The wave that brought to social media. Could you agree for a song, an album that been out 2 years, is no way overnight? In a 30-day time period, it should have been claiming platinum because it already should have did some numbers already. He's here, right? It took a year after his demise for the album to go platinum. Now we still got one album, right? We still got one album in 7 years. Biggie Smalls wasn't a legend when he died. Pac was a legend when he died. Why? His body of work, movies, right? How many albums he dropped? He dropped the first double CD to go damn near 13, 14 times platinum.
But Pac didn't grow up in the mixtape era. Pac has 0 mixtapes.
Bro, we do not, bro.
Snoop didn't have no
Hey, bro,
mixtapes.
let me
in
be
the
real,
90s.
bro.
These guys are not
Who distributes mixtape? Oh, so you telling me we're basing a musical legend on a
It's
mixtape?
an era. It's the era of time.
And you're telling me...
Yeah, because music is music, whether it come in, you know, an EP, LP, album, mixtape, cassette, disc, vinyl, music is music. So whatever you do and however you carry yourself pertaining to music, we got to judge it all. That's how I'm looking at it. Now, I'm not directly in the music business and all that stuff to know the inner works and all that. But just me giving my opinion a little bit on how I feel about it. Yeah, you know, it's all music.
Comparing Snoop and Tupac to Nipsey when they didn't come in the same era and time.
Wait. So we're basing legend and music on mixtapes?
For this period of time, it has to be consideration.
Mind? So
his mixtapes were like albums.
Where?
They were
locally.
Nipsey was the hottest thing for years.
You out your damn mind.
Come on, man.
Hottest. If he was the hottest thing for years.
He was the hottest thing on the West Coast for
why
years.
they weren't spinning him on the radio?
He was on the radio. I heard him on the radio.
Nipsey was, you know, the hottest thing out of Los Angeles at one point, you know. It was really all about Nipsey. I mean, people was definitely in tuned into what Nipsey had going on. I'm not saying he was super mainstream or anything like that, but, you know, I mean, he was definitely, you know, he was carrying the torch for a moment, you know. That's just how I look at it, you know. Like, after the game, it pretty much was like Nipsey. You know, you kind of had YG in the mix. Then I think you just pretty much had, you know, you had other people too though, like RJ, you know, TDE, like, I mean, you know, J Rock and them, I mean, it was just certain people and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think everybody pretty much was just, everything was like just centered around Nipsey to a certain degree. You know, Nipsey, just what he stood on, I feel like he was inspiring more than anybody was inspiring him. And I'm not saying that to say somebody's bigger or better or whatever, but I just feel like Nipsey had something about himself, you know? That's why his music had messages in it. That's why, you know, when he do interviews, he be having messages in it. You know, he's pretty much like a knowledge giver. He's not so much of like, you know, like he's running around here with an antic or selling personality and, you know, playing these roles and charades. He just like, when Nipsey is talking or doing what he's doing, you really want to hear what he got to say. You know, it's like he's the type of person that came off like he really wanted to come off intelligent. So he probably did the necessary due diligence to educate himself on a lot of things. You know, he never sounded or came off like he was an idiot to me. You know, and I'm just keeping it real.
All the time.
Let's put $100,000 bet. I go pull all this shit.
I'm not gonna put $100,000 bet, but I heard him on the radio enough.
Hold on, bro. What you talking about? Let's put your money where your mouth is. Let's put $100,000 bet. I go pull all this shit.
I'm not gonna put $100,000 bet, but I heard him on the radio enough.
Hold on, bro. What you talking about? Let's put your money.
You know, one thing that I remember hearing Nipsey on the radio about was that ice cream paint job remix. They used to play that kind of a little bit. Like that was something that was on the radio. I think that's a rapper that go by the name of Dero, and I want to say he's from Dallas, Texas. I could be wrong, but I think his name is Dero, and he's from Dallas, Texas. And Nipsey was on the remix, or it could have been the original. I can't remember.
Where your mouth is. I can go pull all the charts up. I can go back 15 years. We're going to go back to whatever date you talking about. And I guarantee you we won't see rotation. Hit, spike, rotation. So again, my question goes back to, what do we call these people? Are you putting mixtapes up there with the body of work of Dre? You putting mixtapes up there with the body of work of Wayne? And Wayne got physical distribution and mixtape.
Wayne is like, come on, man.
We called him a legend. That's my point. I think they used the wrong word, bro. If a dude just start podcasting, right, and he got 1 million YouTube shorts up, I'm not gonna tell him he on your level or Vlad level. I'm not gonna tell him that. I'm gonna say, bro, you got some work to put in. Keep going, keep.
But see, that's where I think it's a difference. Like, I think having the same level, I mean, using the word level and then the word legend is two different things to me. Like, yeah, if we talk about Nipsey and another individual, certain people, we can say, yeah, this person is on a higher level than Nipsey, right? But most of them can be considered different levels of legend. If that's what we're gonna use, the word level, we could say that Nipsey is just on a different level, but he was a legend. He might not be way up there, superstar type of legend, but he's a legend.
Doing what you do. Biggie later on became a legend just by the movies and people sampling and redoing shit and remastering and remixing. He became that. But Pac, at the time he died, let's look at everything he did, all his albums, all his accolades, movies, and so on and so forth. Nip was in a few movies. Do you know about that? You probably don't, because you was a fake Nipsey fan, bro.
I'm definitely not a fan.
You was a fake-ass Nipsey fan.
How can you be a fake
I know.
Nip fan,
Nip was in movies with Ben Reigns.
I know.
And you didn't know about it.
I know that they wanted him to be in Straight Outta Compton. I know that 50 Cent was looking at him to play Big Me.
Yeah, Nipsey is in like, I want to say it's like 2 or 3 movies or something like that. I could be wrong. He played a cameo in that Bone Thugs and Harmony movie. I think it's called I Tried. And then he's also in the movie with Ving Rhames. I want to say that's called Animal. You know what I'm saying? With or one of the animals. I think it's about 2 or 3 of them. And he in jail with Ving Rhames. If you don't know who Ving Rhames is, that's Melvin from Baby Boy, the movie with Tyrese, Jody and whatnot. And then I want to say Nipsey is also in another movie where he's in he on crunches. I think that's a different movie. I could be wrong. I don't know if I'm speaking those is the same movie or whatever. But I think that's the thing right there. Like 2 or 3 movies. If it come to me, I'll chime back in.
In BMF, that's what I know.
I don't know nothing about that.
Well, then, okay. Then.
He couldn't have did that because he was dead before 50 did BMF.
No, he wasn't. When they were in the pre-production and all that, he was there. I seen the interview with Little Meech said it.
Bro, listen.
Little Meech's words, bro.
Listen. Before they shot that, he was gone 2019. When BMF come out, bro? 2023? What,
so
2020, 2022?
I'm going to tell you the truth, though. The interviewer is absolutely correct, right? Well, Cam Capone, he's absolutely right? Because in 2019, maybe or 2020, one of them years I got to look into it, but I went up there trying to get me a role in BMF. So I remember it wasn't like, it was definitely a couple years before that BMF got aired. And mind you, BMF is like on its 3rd or 2nd season. So, we in 2004, I think it's finna come back 2024. I think BMF I don't know why I got my time frame messed up right now. I can't remember if BMF just went off or just finna come back around this year or whatever. But it definitely been coming out probably since like 2002 or something like that. So, I don't know though. We gotta look into it though.
2022? Nah, Power was in production.
Nah,
you tripping.
Bro. BMF it's on its 4th season. So it's only been like 4 years. That's 2020.
Dad, you can't tell me the movies he was in.
Okay, I don't know everything about him.
Then don't tell me Nipsey fan.
You gotta know everything about somebody to be a fan?
Bro.
Is that the qualification?
And I'm gonna say this, right? WACK got a point, and I feel like certain. I'm not saying this necessarily is the case with Cam Capone, but I feel like some people should just come out and be like, "Hey, I recognize what Nipsey stood for and what kind of person he was after he passed, and that's when I started becoming a real fan of what he stood on." Ain't nothing wrong with that. a lot of people, for the most part, they look up and idolize or, mimic something off of a person that been passed away way before they was probably born, right? So it's okay. It's just like it's certain rappers that I really don't be familiar with their music until they pass away. And it's sad, or when certain stuff occurred, then I start tuning in, then it's like, dang, that's crazy. But at the end of the day, I just feel like that's what certain people need to say. Like, it's okay that you wasn't a fan of Nipsey Hussle when he was alive. If we was looking at everybody to be a fan of Nipsey, then he would have been bigger than what he actually was. He was putting in a lot of work, but at the end of the day, he wasn't on no superstar type of level. And a lot of the notoriety he got, he worked a lot of, from what I was gathering and seeing, he was definitely grinding and working it out. Meeting with certain people, building relationships, just taking trips and whatnot, and ending up being around the right type of people. Plus, Nipsey was like, at one point it was like, if you was going to try to do a feature on the West Coast or like in Los Angeles, it was going to really be like Nipsey. He had Rick Ross trying to sign him. Like, he was popping. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you had people tuning in with Nip. He had a single he had featured with Drake. He was on there with Wiz Khalifa, Big Sean, and French Montana. Nipsey, and also it's like, he was like that sound of Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what Big Sad is, Like, that's why, like, when Big Sad say, I'm something about something since Hustle, man, he pretty much was telling the truth on that song when he was like dissing Flame and everybody. Like, I'm the man around here or some since Hustle, man. Like, far as that sound for LA, like, yeah, like that's Nipsey was that. So people that was trying to get them sounds or get those, that found that vibe or that feel, Nipsey was the one that was gonna bring it.
You can't tell me.
According to that, I'm not a fan of nobody then, because I don't know 100% about no rapper, bro.
Okay. That's your camera? What'd that say? Atlantic Records. You see that? Fake ass Nipsey fan. You see that? Is that indie? That's what Cardi B shit say.
Oh, hold on. 2008, all money in, no money out. Atlantic. So it's a partnership, bro. That's a distribution.
No. My last 5 game albums, Blueface, Tatiana, all that shit says 100 Entertainment, E1. Do you know what that means? Now, if you don't know what it means, kick back, because you don't understand that. That means I went in there, I did a joint venture deal with them people. They gave me millions of dollars to put this product out and to pay the artists, right? They spent millions of dollars on marketing.
But that was an album, too. That's not no mixtape.
Bro, you said he was independent. We don't even count mixtapes. If that's the case, Game ass is on Jupiter. Lil Wayne on Jupiter.
Game killed it on the mixtapes, absolutely.
Have you ever heard us claim to fame the mixtapes? When we're talking about musical legend, we talking about what the we can count up, bro. If you's a platinum artist, we don't count no mixtapes. We gonna see how many platinums you got, bro. This real shit. Hell, I'm gonna keep it real. You may not like it. Blueface ain't got no mixtapes. And Nipsey's numbers today ain't nowhere near what Blueface numbers is. This a fact. I got about 9 platinums. This is a fact. We can go to the stream right now. You want me to pull it up? Or you want, because I'm going to pull up, me and you are, I'm going to pull this shit up in the numbers. I'm a number guy. I'm an Aries. I hate to be wrong. I'm just
saying,
being real. Just say.
Nipsey's a legend.
I'm not dealing with no opinion. No, look, listen. Listen.
Just the mixtape.
Slow down.
The amount of
music.
The amount of
music.
How hot he was.
Music, because y'all all try to do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Music.
That's it right there.
All I'm speaking on is music.
It's not all numbers. Look at Nas. Nas don't have the biggest numbers.
Ooh.
And he's
Nas
considered
is a legend in the game.
He's a legend in the game, but his numbers ain't nowhere near like a Pac or a Drake or anybody else.
How many albums he got?
He been around for like 30 years.
How many big hits he got?
I don't know.
Has he crossed over from music to doing other things?
Yeah.
What other things?
Acting?
Film,
Yeah.
producing, directing, ring doorbells,
Okay.
right? Don't ever fix your mouth, and I'm gonna say this for New York, to compare Nipsey Hussle to a Nas.
I'm
That's
simply
disrespectful,
saying
bro.
that Nas don't have the same numbers
He
as like
has
a
the
Jay-Z.
numbers.
He is.
I'll
bro,
tell you what, let's put it back.
Drake,
Listen.
dog, come on, dog. He is nowhere near
Bro,
on
I
the
don't-
level
I didn't
of
put Drake in
Eminem,
there.
a Drake,
I
a
didn't
Tupac.
put Drake in there.
He is
but
not on the level
Nas
of
is
none
a
of them.
platinum selling artist.
Okay,
Nipsey,
but my point is, it's not all about
let me ask
numbers.
you something.
Yeah, numbers ain't
Did
the end all,
Nipsey ever
be
see a
all.
platinum plaque?
I don't know. Did he? Yeah. Well, he does now.
No. Did he ever see a platinum plaque?
Probably not.
Did Nas ever see multiple platinum plaques?
Yes, but that wasn't
Stop
my
talking
point.
to me about it. Let's move forward.
That wasn't my
You
point.
are just a fan. You are half a fan because you don't even know the movies it was in.
I'm not half a fan,
Huh?
bro.
Animal.
Okay.
Go in your house when you're done and pull up Animal. You'll see
Okay.
Nipsey Hussle, Vin Raines, and a few other guys. What's the name? Gilly. Gilly is in there. Right? I'm making you a better Nipsey fan, so when you had his argument.
All right, man.
What's the first world tour he was on?
But maybe with Game?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
When did the deal come? Slightly after, right?
Probably.
Oh,
Sounds
okay.
about right.
You know why I can tell you this? Because we ran the play. Made it seem like we was going to sign. Told them go holler at the labels. The labels see they going to sign, and what did they do? They jumped. Nipsey done been in 2 or 3 buildings signed. I don't know what this independent shit. They with your head. I can say I'm independent at that point then, right? No. The minute you see slash major, money's been exchanged. Recoupment has to happen. They got access to your masters for a certain amount of years. Even after the recoupment, it's still a split. You understand what I'm saying? That's not independent. Independent is that's just him. No empire, no monarch, just them. If it would have just said all money in, no money out, that's it, you got me. Till it says that, bro, you got a deal.
Gotcha. All right. Now,